Hello and welcome to this week's financial update from RTS Financial Planning. So the main developed world stock markets had a pretty good week, all returning around 2% plus, with the UK market up nearly 4%. And earlier in the week we found out that Europe's largest tech company, SAP, which many of you probably use in your day-to-day business life, announced increased revenues and profits compared to the same time last year. It was also the same case for global chip maker ASML, who announced positive results. And what these results show is that businesses are starting to invest in technology, which is a good sign for the global economic recovery. It wasn't such good news in the UK though, as we found out that the UK economy only grew 1.8% in May, which was lower than forecast. But it is still growth. And if you look at the chart very closely, you can start to see the start of a potential V-shaped recovery. And as shops, restaurants and bars have now been opened for a week or so, we can start to see some of the data coming out. And what it's saying is that on Super Saturday, which was the day that all these pubs and restaurants were allowed to open, only about 40% of pubs and about 12% of restaurant chains actually opened during that weekend. And footfall to shopping centres was down around 68% in June, and down about 65% on the high street. The UK also continue to see relations with China worsen, as they basically banned Chinese company Huawei from the 5G network. This could be good news though for European telecom providers Ericsson and Nokia, as they could be the alternative solutions for the UK's 5G network. As you can see from the performance graph, the emerging markets had a negative week, down around 2%. And this was mainly because China appeared to do a U-turn on their supposed backing of the Chinese stock market, and two state-backed Chinese investment funds sold large amounts of stocks. China also threatened sanctions against US arms dealer Lockheed Martin for agreeing to supply arms to Taiwan. All this goes to show though is that COVID-19 has really ramped up political tensions around the world, and these could have a big impact on global stock markets going forward. But speaking of COVID-19, there was positive news coming out of the US, as US biotech firm Moderna announced some positive news on their potential COVID-19 vaccine. It showed promising results, and they're now going to move to late-stage trials using 30,000 subjects. The stock market reacted very positively to this news, and of course biotech firms in particular, their share prices rose significantly. So that's it for this week. I hope you found it useful. As always, provide comments below, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe to our weekly newsletter, which provides more insight. Until next time, take care.